Might I trouble you for the use of your talents? I require a book. A tome. What could be more harmless? Somewhere in the archives rests a cookbook of fathomless darkness. The Nibblenomicon. Speak with the librarian, Harriet. She may know where it is hidden. I once kept the tome safe when the shadows were young. Now its fell text is laid bare for any fool with a library card.
Let's jump right in. Last week, we read the Ninth Eidolon of Loss, written by he whose name is Oblivion, the Forgotten One, Sleeper Beyond the Gate of Silence, Insensate Tongue of the Umbral Void. Let's just open up with first impressions. Anybody?
Well, I thought he whose name is Oblivion's earlier works were better. Ninth Eidolon of Loss read like a children's book. I mean, I barely descended into gibbering madness and I read it twice.
I don't know. I thought He Who's Whatever did a pretty good job. It was a lot easier to follow than Eidolons of Loss 1 through 8.
Well, that's just the problem, isn't it? I didn't join an Eldritch book club to not go mad in an all-consuming quest for forbidden knowledge.
Well, that's your opinion. I happen to like it.
All right, brothers, settle down. Brother Lexios, what did you think of the author's decision to describe the Great Ones in text, rather than unknowable dreadglyphs scrawled in the blood of a willing acolyte?
Well, I found it needlessly reductive, hardly befitting one such as... He whose name is Oblivion, the Forgotten One, Sleeper Beyond the Gate of Silence, Insensate Tongue of the Umbral Void, but I'm sure Brother Codex would disagree.
Honestly, I hardly noticed a difference.
What? Didn't notice? Did you even read the book?
Well, I listened to the Books on Echo version while doing laundry, but I got the gist.
The gist? You got the gist of the Forgotten One's Ninth Eidolon of Loss listening to it on an echo. Githyan, give me strength. Is this a book club or an echo club? Honestly.
Brother Codex, I have to say I kind of agree with Brother Lexios here. We all agreed to read the book, not to listen to it.
Listening to it is reading, with your ears.
It's really not. There are subtleties and nuances in the text you just can't capture through a recorded reading.
Well, if I read the text for too long, I start to get a headache.
Yes, Brother Codex, that's kind of the point. That's just what the onset of Eldritch Madness feels like.
I can go plenty mad listening to the Forgotten One's ramblings, thank you very much.
Well, speaking of the author, we mustn't neglect...
Don't say the author's intent.
The author's intent!
Here we go again, you and your Githyan damned authorial intent. If he whose name is Oblivion, the Forgotten One, Sleeper Beyond the Gate of Silence, Insensate Tongue of the Umbral Void, had wanted me to read the book, maybe he should have used better handwriting, or gotten an editor, or added some Githyan damn illustrations!
You would have the Ninth Eidolon of Loss be reduced to a comic book? What's next? Adapted to a movie?
Don't give him any ideas.
Fine, you know what? I'll just read it right now, shall I?
And what? We'll just sit here in silence waiting?
Yeah, sounds great!
Fine!
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 Let them hear your rage! Excellent kill, boy! Archivist, I require a text titled the Nibblenomicon.
You need a library card, but I can hardly hear you over this blasted bonded book club. No one is taking anything out until I can hear myself think. Now you'll need the proper credentials. Acquire the library card, and I shall look the other way. Now that a sensible volume has been restored, I can tell you that the Nibblenomicon is located in the Forbidden Stacks. Though I should warn you, everyone who's ever checked that book out has met a terrible fate. Late fees.
I will admit it is true what the young lady said. Terrible fates have befallen all who gaze upon the Nibblenomicon's accursed pages, which are all of them.
The hunt continues.
Good, good. The Nibblenomicon is near, just through there. Quickly, Vault Hunter. I'm ravenous with anticipation. One of these poor souls must have botched the frozen daiquiri recipe. A fickle drink, that. Well, one of them must have the book. You'll just have to pry it from their cold, fragile hands. Ah, the Grand Grimoire. The definitive work on infernal grammar. Useful for pedantic diabolists, but not what we seek. Keep searching. De vermivorous mysteries. Well, this could prove invaluable for summoning extraplanar Varkins. Only the Nibblenomicon has the recipes I crave. It must be around here somewhere. Aha! That one tried to grab the valve for the central heating system. A good idea. Pick it up. Now, put the valve in its proper place and dispel the frost. Maybe then, the location of the tome will become clear. The tome is revealed. Quickly now. Pick it up.
Finally! I've been freezing my deckled edges off over here. Get me out of here before I get all moldy.
It seems there are others who share my literary interests. Go about your dark business and dissuade them.
Have to go this way!
Finally, the unhallowed mysteries of the Nibblenomicon will soon be revealed. The vegan turducken, the eggplant parmesan, the elder dip. Take it, and whatever you do not read it yourself. Now, swiftly, away to the librarian to check it out.
Ah, don't listen to that old stick in the mud. You can read me. Come on, open me up. Just check the table of contents real quick. Listen, between you and me, page 666, there is a recipe for fettuccine and demogorgonzola. It is to die for, literally.
Do not be swayed by its charms, however zesty they may be. The origins of the Nibblenomicon are as muddled as its recipe for mojitos. Some say it was penned by Tetra, the mad scribe of Athena. Others say it was vomited from the floor, sickened by a sin so black that even darkness turned to shade. There are whispers that it was copied and pasted from the cooking blog of Death herself.
I have the text I require. I presume you'll want to make a record of it.
Oh, you found the book? Well, go on, give it here. Now, I'll just open it to stamp the date here on this perfectly innocuous end page, and... What's this? Some kind of recipe? I can stop reading it! Whoa!
I hear you, Beast!
A shame. But there's no saving her. This is why the book belongs with me. Nothing good ever comes of meddling with the mysteries.
Pride goeth before shitting the bed.
Good. Get the book and bring it to me without delay.
Yeah, pick me up. But no stamps, got it? You come near me with a stamp, and I'll make sure you live to regret it for a long, long time.
Wonderful. Just leave it on the bar so that I may attempt one of its recipes.
Very well. If you transform, I hope you will be more of a challenge than the librarian.
No need to worry. I am quite proficient in such rituals. But what to make? Damned chowder? Too salty. Sugar-free sugar cookies? Too evil. Perhaps, yes, of course, Xylorgos queso. For this recipe, I must summon the foulest, most profane substance known to the Nibblenomicon. Plot 2, cilantro, Nicto. Now, carefully transmit the final ingredient to the cauldron over the fireplace. Yes. With the queso complete, the townsfolk will be drawn to the lodge in droves. Of course, someone should taste it, just to be sure.
Queso is carrion food, and I am an alpha. I must decline your offer of cheese-related sustenance.
Oh, no. Not you, dear Vault Hunter. Simply feed a bowl to the Nibblenomicon. We shall see soon enough if the recipe was a success.
Oh man, this interplanetary jet lag is just the worst.
Oh, that's some of the best damn Xylorgos queso I have ever had. The cilantro perfectly overpowers and ruins any other redeeming flavors. It's so good, it makes me want to puke just to taste it again.
Sweet, savory success. I am most grateful for your assistance. To save the hearts of your friends, you must break the heart of a monster. How sweet. How may I be of service? Would you like some mulled wine for your room? Or perhaps, as Master Jacobs requested, a butt ton of bourbon?